Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Isri Dari Urhak. I am from Mr. Aji class from International Program Class B. In this occasion, I want to present and explain my project about the rental office. The name of my rental office is Collaborative Office ID Simatupang. This is the table of content. I will explain the project description, the TOR review, the design process diagram, typology and precedent, the building codes, room programming, property size, zoning and plotting, design module, office layout module, architectural design, facade, green building aspect, building system concept, and the last is the cost estimation. So for the first, we are going to the project description. As you know, my project is Collaborative Office ID Simatupang, or it can be called as Choice. It's located in Jalan Nangka Raya, Tanjung Barat, TB Simatupang, Jagakarsa, South Jakarta. The site area is 4983 square meter, and then the building area is 13,989 square meter, and then the budget is under 10 million rupiah. As you can see there in the map, the dark blue one is our site in the middle of near to the TB Simatupang Street, and the light blue is low commercial area, and the big one in the light blue is Ion Mall, and then cream color is residential area behind our site. This is the TOR review. So the office rent or rental office is to meet the needs of the process of working in a fixed office and complete it with a concept of co-working space and lifestyle in accordance with the demands of the needs of millennial user with single tenancy floor and multi-tenancy floor in the rental office. Also providing a co-working area that can handle medium and large co-working area. The office also can enhance the productivity and also give flexible activities and interact with each other. So from the TOR, it's 5% for entrance or the lobby, and then for the office area is 45%, the co-working area is 10%, the supporting facilities is 15%, the circulation is around 10% like that, and then the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing or the service is around 10%. And then this is my process diagram. The first one is the studio project explanation. That you got the office building typology, and then the site analysis, and we produce the site survey, site data, building technology, and then the site response, we produce the SWOT, and the site condition response, and then the design strategy, and then the regulation response based on the building code, and then the site response, and also the programming, and then the last step is designing process. So it's like the final touch up for the design process. And then for the typology, I take the Talavera Office Park. So it's located also in the TB Simatupang. It has 25 floors like that. Also next to the TB Simatupang Road. And then this is the typical floor for the low zone, and then the floor for the high zone. As we can see here, the core of the building is in the side. So it's the circulation can around all of the floor area, and they have also the view from inside to the outside. And then the second is Satria Tower in Mega Kuningan, Jakarta Selatan. The Satria Tower also has it's around 28 floor, and they have also the divided the high zone and low zone. This is the plan of the Satria Tower. It's almost like this in all of the floor plan, and also they have the view from the office area to the outside, and they has a big and large lobby, and also like some communal space there. And then the third and the last is the Google. Why I choose Google? Because I think Google has a more attractive working situation and can enhance the productivity of their workers there. And also I like how they maximize the land use, like they use the outside area as a communal area. And then this is my building codes and regulation. So the site area is 4983 square meter, and then the ground cover area is 30% in my site. So it's actually K3 regulation. So it's maximum ground coverage ratio is 30%, and then the floor area ratio is 3, and then the building height maximum is 16 floor. And then for the basement floor ratio is 40%. And then that's the regulation. As you can see, for the parking also from the TOR, it needs 10%, but the needs from the regulation is actually 1 to 100, so it's a little bit higher between the TOR needs and the regulation. And this is the plotting considering all of the building codes and regulation. This is my room programming, so I have the workspace for the office and the meeting room also. And then I have, for the non-fixed office, I have the co-working area and also the supporting area. So I have second basement, first basement, ground floor, first floor until 12th floor, and also the rooftop. This is the diagram. As you can see, that's a little bit like that will be my building. So the core area is just 154. My concept is interaction that creates innovation, collaboration, involvement, and also enhance the productivity of the user. As you know, nowadays is the era of millennials. So I will approach it with industrial approach and also the green building approach. Why industrial? Because it create the honesty of the material. Expected to create an honest work ethic and break up the original ideas. This is my property size. The office size area is 8169 square meter. The average floor is 932 square meter. And then the office has 9 floor and the podium 4 floor. The basement 2 floor and the total is 15 floor. And the total height is 55 meters. The co-working area is around 20 to 40 square meter. This is my plotting and zoning, so I divided into the 3 main zone actually. So the first is the lobby and drop off or the welcoming area, and then the entertainment, and then the co-working area, and then the last is the office area. And as you can see in the picture, there is the court and the south side of my building, and I also have the basement under the ground floor. This is my modules. It's based on the calculation of the function, the minimum room function, and then the structure, and also the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, and also the materials like that. So I will use the 0.6 for the design module. The office layout, as you can see, this is for the meeting room. You just see this. This is for the workstation, the minimum size. There's a workstation, single workstation, and multi workstation. And then this is the office room for with the guest area. So this will be the minimum space that I need. And this is also the discussion room, so it's a smaller space that needs an intense discussion with each other. So this will be the minimum space, and this is my architectural design. So this is the side plan, as you can see. The north part will be the main access, as you can see on the right side. That's the entrance, and then the middle is the drop off, and then in the left is the exit area. And at the southern part of my site, it will be the outdoor parking. This is the second basement. It's in there are groundwater tank for the fire hydrant and also the clean water, and then the car parking and also the motorcycle parking. First basement, there are the mechanical electrical room, the service one, and also the car park here. In the ground floor, I have the lobby, retail, ATM, parking, and the mosque. The mosque, as you can see, in the right side, that one covered with a brown facade like that, and the front with the V shape of structure, steel structure, and the left side is the car parking area. The first floor, it will be the indoor co-working area, and then retail, food and beverages, and also the gym. With the second floor plan, it's actually for the outdoor casual co-working area. So I divided the co-working area into 2 for the casual and the more formal co-working area. The second floor will be just that 2. In every floor I have the pantry and also the printing room, and there are the pantry, and also you can see at the top part, the rectangular one, there is the core of the building. That's included the emergency stair, elevator, and the restroom. This is my third floor. Actually, this is for the outdoor co-working for the formal and indoor co-working for the formal. So it's the same. And this is my fourth floor. Actually, my main tenant is Tokopedia, and then this will be the floor that will be rent all the floor by the Tokopedia. So I have the lobby, single workstation, multi workstation, private office, meeting room, and then the communal space for the workers. And this is for the fifth floor, also for the Tokopedia. So I have the single workstation, multi workstation, private office, meeting room, and also the communal space. And also here I have the pantry too in the middle of the. So in the office floor, the pantry will be in the middle in the communal area. Why it will be there? Because I want to enhance my concept of interaction, so all of the occupant can interact there in the communal area, so they can meet each other like that. This is for the typical floor. For the 6th floor until the 11th floor, it will be the one large office, rent office, and then 2 medium rent office, and then 3 small rent office, and also the communal space with the pantry in the middle of the floor, and also the printing area, as you can see that the small one, and I have the green area at the west part. The 12th floor plan is actually for rental too. There included the one large rent office and 2 small rent office and 3 meeting room. Why I put that 3 meeting room there? Because I noticed that the view from the top floor is the best view to see the Toll Road, the Johor Road, and then the TB Simatupang also. The rooftop, there will be the elevator machine room and also the building maintenance room. So for the building material, I will use the ACP secondary skin and the WOE glass, and then the green balcony also to provide the green aspect there, and also to reduce the heat that comes from the outside. And the ACP and also the WOE glass also can reduce the OTTV number to reduce the energy use for the indoor cooling unit, so it will be not much energy to operate that cooling unit. And also I have the steel tube column in the front of my office. For the green aspect, that I already mentioned there before. The system concept, the structure, I divided into 3. The main structure will be steel column with the white flank structure. The main white flank column is 305 mm by 305 mm, and then for the basement I will use the concrete structure because it's safer, and that's the calculation. And this is the grid, I will use 5.7 by 5.4. And this is the structure, white flank structure, and the reinforced concrete in the basement. This is the parking calculation from the TOR. So the minimum I need is 44 cars and also the 200 motorcycle. This is my lift calculation, so I have calculated it. So I will have 4 elevator in my office. And this is my mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. So this will be the schematic diagram of the clean water. It will be from PDAM and then going to the groundwater tank and then pump to the top of building and spread all over the water fixture. The wastewater, it's also the same. So it comes from the waste fixture and then going down, and it's collected in the septic tank and also the infiltration well. The electrical, so it comes from the PLN going to the MVMDP, as you know, like the regular electrical schematic like that. And then I will use the STS, like the synchronized transfer switch for the generator to work effectively. And then from the panel room in the basement, it will be going up in every sub-distribution panel and spread all over the floor of the building. For the fire protection, I have the same, this one, but I will have 2 indoor hydrant box, and also for the horizontal diagram, it will be spread all over with the sprinkler. So the water come from the PDAM going to the groundwater tank for the fire hydrant, and then going up and spread all over the floor. The clean water in the ground floor, as you can see, the blue one is for the clean and the green one is for the flush water. So the flush water will be used after the gray water come to the filtration tank, and then it can be used again for the flush and also the gardening. This is for the fire protection. In the planning, the distance between the sprinkle heads according to the type of downward sprinkler nozzle, it will be 2 times of the sprinkle radius. So this is I think the most effective sprinkle for my building. This is for the electrical, as I mentioned before. It's come to the sub-distribution panel in every floor and then spread out all of the floor. And this is my cost estimation. I've calculated it, so I have the low average, mid average, and then best average. For this calculation, I got this one as the final calculation. The low will be 8.2, and the middle it will be 9.05, and then the highest quality will be 9.8 million. Okay, I think that's all about all of my presentation. If you have any question, just ask me. Thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.